or joys. Number 3. Let go of your desire to rush things. According to Lao Tzu, he who rushes ahead doesn't go far. We've all had those moments of being in the zone, where our actions happen almost subconsciously and what we're doing just flows with no friction or conscious effort, like a well-rehearsed dance. In Taoism, this paradox of being in sync without any effort is known as Wu Wei, translated as effortless action or non-doing. Wu Wei is not so much about doing nothing, but is about aligning our movement with the greater flow of life. That is what it means to be in the zone, at one with what we're doing, in a state of profound concentration and flow without any excessive effort or struggle. When we are in the zone, the world around us seems to slow down, and in that space, it is as if we become one with the very thing that we're trying to do. Take, for instance, the example of trying to fall asleep. Despite our best intentions, the more we try to force ourselves into a state of relaxation, the harder it becomes. Rather, it's much more helpful to simply let go. Staring at the clock, working out how many hours sleep you can still get, or trying to will yourself unconscious by thinking about sleep doesn't work and won't do you any good. Simply observing our thoughts as they come and go enables us to surrender and relax as we slowly drift off in a daze. If we tune in and follow our bodies, things get done effectively, efficiently, and without extra effort. If we go against them, it takes extra time and energy to get things done, and in some cases, nothing will get done, no matter how hard we try. One can practice Wu Wei in many ways, but one of the better ways is to let go of your desire to rush things. Every time we want something, we want it at the drop of a hat. If your goal is to start a new business and achieve financial independence, you want those clients to come now. There is an energy of impatience that fuels our busy minds and prevents us from being present in the moment. No matter how hard you try, there is no way that success will instantly come knocking on your door. There is always a necessary process involved which cannot be rushed or concentrated. If you want to succeed, it's your duty to release those impulses and let the Tao do its work. This natural flow of things not only applies to our goals and visions in the professional realm, it literally influences every aspect of our lives. If you want to become better at any skill, there will always be a series of necessary steps that you'll need to undertake. The most precious things cannot be attained through shortcuts. Of course, this doesn't mean that by passively letting go, everything will fall in your lap. On the contrary, taking action is vital to achieving anything. But it can't come in isolation. Your actions need to be coupled with an acknowledgement of the natural course of things. Nothing can happen earlier or later than it should have. Number 4. Embrace change. To quote Lao Tzu, "New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings." One of the greatest characteristics of water is that it handles all obstacles with the greatest of ease as it flows towards its destination. Water can adapt to any direction, and also it's not limited to its one form. It can be steam or ice, thereby offering even more versatility in various applications. Just like water, Lao Tzu says we can also be in harmony with the natural flow of the Tao, the way of the universe. For Lao Tzu, one of the secrets of being in harmony with the Tao is to accept that living means to be in constant change. Life is like a storybook. It consists of several chapters, each bringing us different lessons and experiences. Unfortunately, our life is also governed by inertia, which makes us fixate on the previous chapter and makes it very difficult to move on from one chapter to the next and underestimating. Think about the fact that as you watch this video, you have access to pretty much anything you want on the internet, that you're likely well fed, that you enjoy shelter, that you have relatively good health and many other things. It is a natural disposition of ours to turn a blind eye to the things that we already have and focus solely on the things we wish we could have. You get the life partner of your dreams, for example, but once you're in a relationship with them, you begin to take them for granted. This disposition is endemic. It's virtually synonymous with the human condition, yet it's something that, with the right principles, we can overcome. As mentioned earlier, we need to realize that we're already connected to everything in our lives that we think we're missing, such as love, happiness, and inner peace. We just have to align ourselves the right way. And one of the ways to align ourselves is to be content with little, appreciate and be grateful for everything we have around us. Number 6. Accept your flaws. In our final quote from Lao Tzu for this video, he says, "When you accept yourself, the whole world accepts you." One of the core teachings of Taoism is to let go of the need to fight against our own nature, against our own flaws, and accept ourselves for who we are. According to Taoism, when we learn to accept ourselves, to be tolerant to our flaws and kinder to ourselves in general, when we start to treat ourselves with more understanding and acceptance, the rest of the world will follow. They'll start to treat us better as well. The more we accept ourselves, the more the entire world will accept us. Many times, part of what causes us to obsess over our imperfections and be highly focused on our flaws is the need for approval from others. We think that if we're not perfect and if we don't have everything in order, other people won't like us, and because of this, sometimes we dislike some of our own qualities so much that they end up clouding our view of the world. And this can happen despite the thousands of positive characteristics that we might possess. Imperfection abounds everywhere. It's part of our intrinsic nature, and telling ourselves that we would be happier if we could just fix them is not a path you want to go down. So, for example, if you feel you're overweight, instead of tying the value that you place on yourself to your weight, you can simply choose to release the need for control. Cease resisting your flaws and accept yourself for who you are. Choose to love yourself the way you are and recognize the imperfections that bother you so much. If you're overweight but you start to accept yourself and not focus so much on this, you'll gain confidence in yourself. You'll treat yourself more kindly, and now that you're presenting yourself more confidently and happily, other people will have a better impression of you overall, and they'll generally overlook your extra kilograms. Thus, don't try to desperately change yourself. Of course, you can join a fitness center and be mindful about what you eat, but you shouldn't worry about the result, and it shouldn't be because of what others think of you or for wanting to look good. It should be because of the other benefits of exercising, which makes you feel good. Our brain is made to solve problems, and if your physical appearance or a behavioral trait is seen as a problem and you decide to solve it, you will put a lot of pressure on yourself and will create a lot of negative energy around you, which will be felt by other people. And that is a recipe for disaster, for it only amplifies your negative qualities even more and makes you suppress your positive ones even more. Whenever you try to resist the fact that you're not as slim as you want to be or not as rich as your neighbor, your inner turmoil will be let loose. It is therefore imperative upon us to take it all in, and thus to enjoy the smooth flow of your life, make no distinctions between negative and positive, and accept yourself completely. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out our full Philosophies for Life playlist, and for more videos to help you find success and happiness using ancient philosophical wisdom, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.